So it is February 25th, 2023. Right now it's actually 8:20 in the morning Mountain Time. And I am pre-recording this video because tonight is date night. So Emily's been gone for the last 2 weeks. She is coming, or 2 weeks. Ha! I would be a mess. Last 2 days. She is coming back today. We're going to do date night, have a ton of fun with the kids, and just hang out as a family. So I wanted to make sure, as I'm starting my daily journal entries, that I'm figuring out how do I live life to its fullest while doing what I've committed to do. So that's why I'm today testing out pre-recording my daily journal entries and then streaming them at 8 o'clock at night, just like my plan. So my plan is to every evening at 8 o'clock do a journal entry and just talking about my day, what's going on, what's on my mind, what I'm trying to do to help people and drive life forward. So I'd invite you to like and subscribe and follow along on this journey. I believe a lot, and it all comes down to we are all on one team, regardless of if you believe it or not. I think it's true because we all share the same 24 hours. No one owns time. We all experience time, and we all experience time at the same time. And so with all that going on, I think there is so much that people miss when it comes to really how to take care of each other and why we as a society should focus more on taking care of the ones around us than we do on ourselves. If everyone did that, we would all take care of each other way better. So that's the mission I'm on. That's the impact I want to leave in the world. And so how I'm planning on doing it is in the next 3 to 5 years, I want to get into politics. I want to start here in Idaho. I want to run for the Idaho House of Representatives. The House of Representatives is where tax laws are changed and put together. And so that's where the negotiation starts. And then there's all these hoops you've got to jump through. But it's got to start somewhere, and it's got to start with someone. And so that's why I think in order to change all of this, we got to start with taxes. We've got to simplify the tax code, and we've got to make it something that anybody can understand the rules of the game, how to play the game, and how to win at the game. Because if you don't understand taxes right now, you are losing. I guarantee if you do not know, this is the tax code. See that stack of books? That is a massive stack of books. That's the tax code. Tax code from 2012. So it changes every year, right? If you don't know the rules, these are the rules, what it means to be an American. If you do not know the rules of what it means to be an American, you cannot win at the game. You just can't, at least the financial game of living in America. Because it's all based on ownership. You cannot work your entire life and retire. It won't happen because you don't have ownership in what you do. Now, if you're working in an ESOP your entire life, ESOP stands for Employee Stock Ownership Plan, you're set. You get ownership of the company for the work you invest. 401ks, that is a way for companies to help you get ownership in other companies, not the company you work for, other organizations. There are stock plans and different ways to get ownership in companies. But without that ownership, you won't be able to retire. And that ownership is what's going to fund retirement. So I look at all of this and think, we as a society, we need to own America. Not, we already say, oh, the taxpayers own that. Great. What does that mean? Does it sit on your balance sheet? Does it sit on the government? What does it mean? See, I believe when we pay taxes, we should get ownership out of America. We should get equity that we can use throughout our lives. And so that change is only going to happen through the set systems because life is a game. Since life is a game, you have to learn the rules to win. You have to. Think about it. And if you agree, I'd love your support on this with a follow or a like. If you disagree, let me know why in the comments. Because this world is full of opinions. This is my truth. This is what I believe to be true. That doesn't make it true. Everyone's entitled to their own truth. That's how the world works. Just because you think one way doesn't mean someone else has to. So as we're going through and making these changes and figuring out how can we as a society take care of each other, how can we work better together, that's gonna be magical. I don't know. It may not even work. People may not be open to the idea of, hey, let's change this system. But if we don't try, we know they won't know or it won't change. So that's why I'm trying. And that's why I do these journal entries. Every single day, my goal is to do a journal entry. Like today's pre-recorded, streamed live at 8 o'clock. If it's not pre-recorded, it'll be me, either in my captain's chair. So I've got 3 monitors, very nifty, where I can sit and do these videos and talk to people. And I use restream.io so I can stream to multiple platforms at once, the same content, because I'm the content. I'm the algorithm, right? So it doesn't matter where I'm at. What I'm sharing is my truth. That's why when I'm doing these live streams, when I'm doing these videos, I just kind of let it go. And I put it wherever I happen to put it. Because at the end of the day, it's my 24 hours. And whatever I'm doing with that 24 hours, that's what I'm sharing. That's what following Justin Stevens means. It means you're on this journey with me. It means you support, at least from afar, you support the idea that we can take care of each other better, that we could live in a better world. If you support that idea, great. Join me. Help support me. Help push this idea further. Because together is how we make an impact. Together is how we change the world. It's not alone. I'm not doing this by myself. I'm a mouthpiece. I'm the fire starter. I'm going to need so much help. I already need so much help. But that's life. So it's all about getting out there, taking action, and figuring out how can we grow? How can we truly grow as a society and take care of the people that help us grow? Because the way I see tax strategy, the biggest tax you ever pay is a tax on your time doing something you don't want to do that doesn't fit within your plan. Now, if it fits within your plan, great. That's what you want. But if it doesn't fit within your plan, that's fine. It really is. Just know that and look at, do you want to spend another year, 2 years, 5 years on a project that really isn't part of your plan? If you don't want to spend a bunch of time chasing someone else's dream, you have to dream your own dream. Because every individual who breathes on this planet has a dream. They have a dream of what they want to do, what they want to accomplish, how they want to do it. It's up to them to work towards that dream. And most people don't see their dreams as accomplishable. And so they never even start. I'm here to tell you, you can do anything you want to do. You just need to have a plan and a strategy. At the end of the day, you only get 24 hours. So design your life around how you're going to invest that 24 hours. If you design your life around investing that 24 hours, what will happen is you'll be able, moving forward, you'll be able to own your time. Because it doesn't matter how hard you work if you're not spending your time the way you want. I want to spend my time with my family. I want to be around my kids. I want to be around my wife. I want to travel. I want to have fun. But I also want to leave an impact. I want to leave a massive impact. So the only way to do both those things is to focus my time on my family and leverage the little time I have for an impact with content. That's why I do these videos, because so far this video's on almost 12 minutes of recording. That's 12 minutes of my life that I've invested into this video. I'm going to live stream it later, and then it's going to be on my social channels for the rest of time. Who knows how many people will watch this video? This video I invested 12 minutes in making, that they can invest 12 minutes in watching. And now we're creating a conversation on our own time about social change, about life, about liberty, about the pursuit of happiness. Because at the end of the day, that's all life is. We're born and we die. Stuff happens in the middle, but very little of it actually matters. Very little of it is actually irrelevant. We have to decide what we want out of life. So that's why I do all this content. That's why I live my life the way I live my life, is because I want people to see it's an option. Everything's an option. Everything we do out there, it's optional. No one can force you to do anything. Even if you get locked up and put in jail, you still own your mind, right? Your mind, how you think, what you think about, what actions you take can never be locked up. That's freedom. We are all innately born free. And that freedom, you really cannot take the freedom of thought from someone. The freedom of thought is the most powerful freedom you own. What you think and what you believe will dictate the life you live. So that's a little bit about what I think and what I believe. And that's why I'm doing all of this. So if you would like to help me, if you would like to support this vision, this journey through life, I'd encourage you to like, subscribe, follow along on my channels. And whatever channel fits best for you. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. That was the other one. So I'm on all these different channels, not because I love the channels, but because other people love the channels. And I want my content to be in front of people where they're at. I don't want to try to drive them to some other platform they're not familiar with. For example, Joe Rogan is only on Spotify. You have to go to Spotify to listen to him. Now, he gets paid well to only be on Spotify, but he also loses off on a vast portion of audiences because he's only on Spotify. Because they're not familiar with it. They're not comfortable with it. That's not where they go to listen to podcasts. So that takes them out of the listening ring. That's one of the reasons I don't listen to Joe Rogan. I don't listen to podcasts on Spotify. I should, but whatever. So be thinking about it. Be thinking about what you do with your time, how you invest it, and where you invest it. Because at the end of the day, that decision is everything. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you guys all tomorrow.